September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Ooh, the fanciest of all the courtrooms. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer of the scene, Detective Gumshoe. All right, Gumshoe. Try not to make things too difficult for me, all right? Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm also a PI, if that means anything to you. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. We have a floor map? I learn something new every day. Oh, dang, look at this. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. Can you really lose that much blood by, like, getting hit in the head with an object? I mean, I suppose you could crack your skull open, but... And I guess the statue is kind of pointy. But I imagine she'd probably be dead of some sort of, I don't know, compound fracture and skull shards in the brain or something, wouldn't she? I mean, I'm not a forensic scientist here. I don't know nothing about murder or anything. I'm just asking questions. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. Okay, well, first of all, tiny bit sexist. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. It's a friggin' clock, brah! Were you not paying attention to the last case? Come on. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? And even though Phoenix Wright was also at the scene, you didn't do anything with him. I mean, you questioned him. The only reason you had anything to suspect that Maya did it was the note, which doesn't make any sense, because as stated prior, Mia probably died instantaneously. At least that's what the autopsy says. Can you tell me why? Ah, yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Oh, I've been waiting to tear this little plot hole apart. Let's see here. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Oh, did she now? The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-exam what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. And that's not at all weird or anything. That won't get you in trouble in the middle of a court. It's not like, you know, being charged for murder or anything. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. It's time to use the patented Phoenix bluffing until victory technique, eh? Alright, let's do it. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Let us do this thing! Alright, let's see here. Gotta press on just about every detail, however, that's completely and totally useless. Alright. There were 2 people there already. Yes, the defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hold it right there, Mr. Gumshoe. Let us talk about this. Are absolutely sure it was us. Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. And I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Okay, well, why didn't you arrest Phoenix? Why don't you tell me why that? Why's that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness accounting describing her. Well, okay, we'll press it on that one too. I'm holding it like no one's business. Hold on just one second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Even Edgeworth is all like, oh yeah, totally, bro, you said that. Exactly, what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, she's totally Pink. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Ah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. All right, talk about that note. Gosh darn it! I gotta pull it apart. Gotta present the various evidences. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. My very bad eyes, no doubt. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Yep, except she died instantaneously. You know what? Maybe she didn't die instantaneously. She got whammed on the head so hard it killed her at some point. I really don't think she's gonna be in the state of mind to, okay, hang on, let me dab my finger in the open hole in my head and start writing down my freaking... Hell no! How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Very well. Huh. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I'm kind of a screw-up, sir. I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Alrighty, daddy. Alright, so I don't know if I have the exact phrase I need in order to press my specific point. So I guess we'll just have to press and see what we can do. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Okay. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Indeed, I cannot dispute that. Lab test results showed that it was the victim's blood. That makes sense. I don't know how it could be anyone else's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Yeah, okay. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Okay, well, let's press this first. Let's hold it on right now. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. It's a video game. Oh, let's talk about reality, shall we? I mean, come on. Have you seen my hairstyle? You can't get more real than this. I guess I haven't heard of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Well, yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Oh, dang, Edgeworth ain't having it. Stop right there. My hair demands it. Oh, look how smug he is. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Yeah, I guess from this perspective. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm in the right moment to do this, but I gotta try. I mean, it says right here, Mia's autopsy. Death was instantaneous. So with a mighty flick, objection! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the kitchen, whatever, you said that the victim, Miss Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Why do you always accuse me of lawyer tricks? Just because Edgeworth is a prosecutor doesn't make him a lawyer too. Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? Oh, the music's going. That means we're doing something right. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Gavel, gavel. Order! Order at the court, I say. The defense has a point. My beard agrees. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. I've become smuggy. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? When? The day of the murder. The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... ... That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. Oh, he's even doing a smug little bow. Ain't he the bee's knees? Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Your gigantic froofy sleeves. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Detective Gumshoe, are you calling me a fool because I believed your report? Huh? Me? I'm not... What? Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. Okay, well, at least Edgeworth's on me on that little detail. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But, oh. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. All right, fine. The updated court record. Well, there goes my entire basis of my argument. That isn't good. Now I have nothing. The evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? I am smug. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Oh, did she now? You know what? I think I can pull her testimony apart without much problem. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh, snack-a-like-a-crack-a-dang! Did Phoenix just go there? Also, seriously, wear a shirt. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Okay, that was a highly unnecessary information, a little animation there. Did not need that. You're a disgrace to the weird arm thing that you're doing that I do all the time. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton weaking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court, which is kind of weird because she's not even all that attractive. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room? I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right. I'm not going to say any of her lewd phrases. I just don't have it in my vocabulary, I'm sorry. Please testify to the court about what you saw. The witness's account. All right, let's see what you got wrong, because there's no way Maya did this. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? Okay. 9 at night. Mia's autopsy. Okay. I don't really. Maya's cell phone holds a conversation. I was just seeing if I had any evidence to support that that was the exact right time. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then that woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Aha. Then, the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy-witsy. Wink. Blech. I don't care much for this lady. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Yeah, seriously, dude. Don't slander her name. My God, she's barely even cold. Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Well, friggin' of course I will. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, so let's see if I can find anything that might lead to other information. Alright, 9 o'clock. Are you sure it was 9 o'clock? That's something I need to know. Why did you do that? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? You can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know, stop doing that. I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Crud! Edgeworth, keep your nose out of this. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Much less honey badgering. But badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. Friggin' that poor girl. Okay, here's a question. Why is there an audience? This isn't Sanford and Son. We ain't need no live studio audience in here. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Okay, fine. So I can't get any information out of that. Lame. Okay, fine. She saw a long-haired woman being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Could you describe her? How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. That testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. No, I definitely have to question this. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying or you saw nothing. You're lying or you... No, I bet you saw something, but you're still lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. And everything else, in general. In basic shapes and colors. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Huh? No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I guess Mia when she lived there, but that's besides the point. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Yeah, her fashion sense! You would have noticed how awful it was a mile away! However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Judge, are you implying that Maya dolled herself up to look exactly like that while in prison? Because I don't think that's how that works. Rar, what are you trying to say? You mean, lawyer? I mean, I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Gross. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Okay, are we gonna get at least... Oh, whoa, we're getting an updated testimony. That's always good. We got some progress. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, right? How do you know it's a clock? I mean, Phoenix knows. And the judge would know. Edgeworth might not know. But you certainly wouldn't know. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Yeah, except the whole, you know... Everyone thinks it's a statue! The only way you would know... The only way you would know that it was a clock is if you... I don't know how you would know, but it's not so simple. It's not like if you hit it with it, it wouldn't make a noise because Mia took all the stuff out of it so that she could fit the evidence inside of it, which means there's literally no way you could know it was a clock. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. All right, fine. I've already found your little hole. I'm gonna tear it to shreds. Yeah, you think you got all the words. You ain't got none of the words. Okay, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. Blah, 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 blah. That clock. Yeah, you don't say. All right, hang on. Let me take a look at the thinker here. The murder weapon. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock. All right. And because I never get tired of doing this, objection! Miss May, what you said just now is quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Gross. You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Woo! Ha ha ha! Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Absolutely friggin' not, I'm not. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. I will do no such thing. My hair demands authority. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. I mean, it was only one, but my point is, I'm infallible. A 1-0 record is still a win-win. Flawlessly. Yeah, well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Woohoo! That was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question, my bogey. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co. where the murder took place are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Yeah, except the insides weren't working anymore. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Absolutely not. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. No, that's not what I wanted to say, Phoenix. You have proof that she could not? I do! I really do! Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. Derp, derp, derp. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand, except it has everything to do with the case at hand. If she could have... But if she couldn't have heard the clock, it's not working. Damn, time to switch directions, quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No. I'm on to something here. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Okay, it couldn't have rung. Sorry, little semantics. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. The batteries are dead. It's broken. Well, all of those are kind of true. I mean, nothing is inside. It's broken! No! Just look at it, Your Honor. Please, examine the clock. Huh. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. The clock is missing its clockwork. Booyakasha, like a ding-dong! Got it! How do you like that? Miss Flirty McNeeds-a-Shirt? Would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar with a stupid haircut. Fat? Well, Miss May. Tisk, tisk. Looks like rain. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow. He knew! I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Alright, well, first of all, are you trying to say that someone who took it in as a piece of evidence did this? Because that's stupid. But also, besides the point, I have hard proof. I have a recorded phone message where Mia talks about how she did it before she died. Huh, that's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? I absolutely can, Your Honor. Huh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is on this bleeding cell phone, mate! Take this! Or that! This and that! Take a look at this incredibly girly cell phone. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Whoop, 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 whoop.